Hey Taurus, this is me, Marie. I'm here to do an energy update for you guys. I hope all is well. If you're new here, welcome to my love nest. And if you are returning, welcome back. Remember, this is a general read, so it may not resonate for all of you. Remember, roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Put yourself where you see fit in your situation. I could be saying he, meaning she, and she, meaning he. So the first energy out here is new door, Taurus. Your prayers have been answered, and a new door is being held open for you. So whatever it is that you've been praying for, um, it's here. It's in your energy. It's time to walk through it. It's time to, you know, uh, put your focus and your wit towards it. Awakening also came out here. You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. So, yeah, this awakening that you are experiencing is opening doors for you, or is that's in alignment with you and for you. The doors that are here for you to open. Bottom of the deck, we have karma. He may be involved in a situation that requires justice or fairness. I'm gonna lead this out too as well, because it seems awakening and karma go hand in hand with one another. Um, Somebody could have done something that was, unjustifiable to you, um, Taurus, and you may notice that they're receiving karma and doors is opening up for you. Some of you, I didn't see this. Some of you are going through an awakening now, as we speak. For others of you, this is more than just one awakening. You could be feeling like you're in this energy of confusion, stagnation, or stuckness. And it's almost like you're walking your path here, but it's almost like you're feeling like something is missing. We have distraction out here. Yeah, it's like you're feeling distracted. It's like you're trying to focus on something here, and it's like things is distracting you. Things, noises, or if you're, I don't know, doing videos or something like that, there's always some type of distraction that's coming forth in your energy. Yeah, you're going through some type of ascension. It's hard for me to say that word. At the bottom of the deck is seeing a bigger picture. So yeah, we have awakening, new door, and karma out here. Um, Secret trail. So it's almost like I'm seeing, for those of you who have already been through a spiritual awakening, you're going through another a spiritual awakening, like you're, going to a higher level of your of your spiritual self, a new journey here. And it could be that the fact that you are elevating, there's distractions from, other people that don't want to see this ascension that you are there witnessing that you are going through, could be throwing these distractions in your way here. Or, for those of you who believe that there's, um, demons or whatnot, or out there, could be trying to detour you from your destination. I feel like the divine is saying, keep going. We're here for you. We got your back. We know what's going on. It's almost like the divine is saying these obstacles is being put in your way as a test, um, on how you maneuver around these obstacles. It's all for the greater good, it's all for the bigger picture, it's all for you to, um, you know, go through experience. It's almost like it's your story in the making, your testimony in the making for someone else to help someone else when it's their time. So let's get into this read. Why or what is it that Taurus need to know at this time? Spirit, what are the messages? You know you're doing something good when you got people or energies that's trying to distract you and take you off your path. That's a that's always a good sign. Haters or whatnot, people that's trying to, uh, kick you down, like you're not good enough. That's always a good sign. It also shows you what side, who who is on. You know, that's how you differentiate on what side people that's in your energy is on, whether they're on yours or whether they're on the side of, lower vibrational beings. Wow. Storm warning is out here. Upheaval, obstacle, wrecking ball, drama, break up, walking away, ending, separation is over, text message, communication, news, phone call, direct message. Some of you could be getting unknown calls suddenly out the blue here from an ex. It feels like somebody you walked away from. This person is. I kind of feel like that's what's in the air. It's been in this air for about 3 days now. It's like something is definitely brewing. I feel like the past wants to, come back. Liquid courage is out here. Bravery, bravery, confidence, intoxicated, odd behavior. Bottom of the deck is family, toxic relationships, signs, and synchronicity. So you might get a phone call or a text message while someone is under um, some type of intoxicating, either, you know, beverage or some type of drug here. They are definitely trying to get back in your energy to bring some type of drama. Kind of gives me the misery loves company vibe. It makes sense though why karma is out here. This could be a person going through some karma. You're having some type of awakening and new doors that's starting to align in your energy, and they're going through some karma. And it's so funny because usually when people go through karma after you leave them, it's almost like they intuitively know where the karma is coming from, but it's like they can't pinpoint it, like they can't say um where it's coming from, but they know intuitively where it's coming from. I see that you are in the energy of the Ten of Cups energy, wish fulfillment, spiritual alignment, spiritual happiness, and also renewal and completion. Taurus's person that's on their mind spirit. Thank you. Eight of Wands energy is out here. Things is moving fast. Fast communication. Current energy spirit. Thank you. The High Priestess is out here, or the Priestess of Dreams. Intuition, inner knowing, emotions as well. You could be dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer. Spirit of Swords is here in the past energy, which is the Knight of Swords energy. Taking risks and overall outcome spirit. Whoa. Judgment in the reverse came out. Scorpio energy. Somebody thinks something isn't fair. Whoa, hold on. Why is the Ten of Cups out here in Taurus's energy spirit? Two of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands out here? Eight of Swords. Scoop these up so you guys can see the pictures. Why is the High Priestess out here, Spirit, in the current energy? The Lovers, Gemini energy. The Knight of Whoa, damn. The Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords? Wow, Death. Wow, somebody took a leap or a risk here and it ended up in some type of ending. Why is Judgment in the reverse, Spirit? Thanks. Judgment in the reverse, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, we have the full Aquarius energy. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Swords energy. So it's almost like you're going through a spiritual awakening, and you got somebody here who is in this energy of somewhat mastering something here. Taurus with the 8 energy being here, this can be or action. They are ready to take action, possibly towards this connection. Um, it's almost like this person is saying, okay, Taurus, I learned my lesson. I'm ready to come back in. But they're still in the Eight of Swords energy where their mental is not in the right state. It makes sense why the liquid courage is out here. They don't know how to come towards you in sober state of mind here because they don't really know what to say about their actions and how they did you in this connection. Them taking the risks, playing, and dancing with death here, and things didn't turn out the way that it did for them. And you, on the other hand, decided to believe in yourself here. And with the Ten of Cups, you definitely is coming off as somebody who has completed a cycle. You just feel imbalanced, fulfilled, spiritually in alignment. That's what the cross mean. There, you're in some type of spiritual alignment here, and your passions or and everything is your creative juices is flowing freely through you, moderately um, low, but you're definitely on fire here. But with the Two of Wands energy being out here in your energy, you're planning something else here. You're in an energy of inspiration. It's almost like, okay, I'm here, I'm doing what I want to do, but I want to go higher or I want to level up. So you could be trying to draw off some type of inspiration here. You could be resting a lot, or the divine is asking you to rest because you could be overworking yourself. But you're definitely, you definitely climbed the ladder to success, and you're on your way. You're content, but I do feel like you feel there's something is missing. Why is the Ten of Cups out here? I feel like you're also saying too, what is it that makes me me? What makes me unique and what makes me stand out from the crowd here? So it's like you trying to find that creativeness of yours here. Yeah, you close out of a cycle, you know. This person could have been your wish fulfillment at one time. Um, but I feel, you kind of is coming off as somebody who the inspiration wasn't there. The laziness was there, but the inspiration wasn't there here with this person. You know, I feel like you're saying this person used to lay around a lot, you know. Um, I feel like they're claiming to be healing here, but, this person was in a lot of pain. They were stuck in a lot of pain, but they come off as someone who is healing, balanced. They just had strong apathy about them where they didn't feel like they were connected, to anything. It's like they didn't have, that fire that we all have inside of us to want to do more for ourselves. They didn't have it. You could have been dealing with a Sagittarius, Gemini, or a Cancer, but you brought peace back into your life and stability, and now you're starting to develop some sense of belonging or some sense of you having purpose here, and you're going for it here. But I just feel with the Two of Wands, you just in this energy of planning to level yourself up, which is always beautiful here because it gives you time to take a break, to rest a little and see what it is, you can add to what you got going on. You got the Seven of Cups energy out here, which speaks of confusion, choices, clouded judgment, many options. So again, this person is in a state of confliction. They live in this illusional mind state where it's hard for them to make a decision on what it is they want to do. You could have been dealing with someone who had mental issues here. I feel like they want to make a choice to come towards you with the Eight of Wands, but their mental is clouded. They don't know how you'll respond to it. They don't know how you'll react to it, whether or not you'll shut the door and continue to walk away, or you will allow, them to talk and get whatever it is they need to get off their chest. I do see that this person is trying to search for their purpose, but they're lost, um, this is someone here who is definitely has been misguided, not only in their current energy but in their past life, or I'm sorry, in their childhood, growing up years. This is a misguided individual, someone who take action towards something without thinking, and they're always, they've always ended up in the Eight of Swords, mental confliction, uh, playing the victim here. But the fact that they didn't act on, or I'm sorry, the fact that they didn't think before they act has caused this repeated pattern or cycle in their life. Most of the time, the choices that they have in their life don't mean them no good here. They think that these people or these energies around them mean them good here, and they end up being misled, and they veer off their path here. So this been a repeated cycle. Some of you may have felt like this was the case for you being with this person, like you felt like you didn't get nowhere, but just in a big ass circle of confusion, illusions, what I'm saying, still searching for yourself. But versus when you're not with this person, you stand on business, knowing what your purpose is, on the inside, and you don't have that illusion that's clouding your mental. I feel like this person wants to come towards you with the Knight of Pentacles here because you have a, strong healing about yourself, Taurus. They do see that, or they still, view you as their divine counterpart, something that somebody they want to settle down with. here. But again, they're in their head, they're in their playing a victim. It's almost like if this person give in for how they feel when it comes to this connection, everything that they said about you will end up being not true because they came to, fight for, or, get back in a connection with you. Why is the priestess of dreams here? You got the Ace of Swords coming out here. Some type of mental clarity. Um, Something that's been bugging you intuitively, possibly about this connection, Taurus. There's some clarity here that will be in alignment with your intuition, something that you can actually see. It's almost like confirmation. It's like you felt it, but the confirmation is going to present itself in your reality, such as a text message or phone call or pop up or something of that nature. You've been feeling this person's energy pulling on yours lately here, but you wasn't sure. So I feel like, yeah, with the Five of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, this person is feeling left out. So they're just going to pop up probably, or call, or, make their presence known some way. And it's going to all make sense to you. Like, okay, no wonder why I've been feeling like this. It's been your ass. So with the lovers being out here, I do feel you still got love for this person, Taurus, but I do feel like you have a change of heart towards them as well. You just don't feel like going through the motions with them, over and over again. You've been there, you've done that, and enough is enough. So you rather take this Five of Pentacles energy and heal, go on about your merry way, heal, and chase after something that is going to show that you are progressing some way in your life, you know, especially on a spiritual level. Why is the Spirit or the Knight of Swords out here? So, yeah, somebody took quick action here in the past and it led them nowhere. Again, you could have been dealing with the Sagittarius. The energy has been popping out. Oh, sorry, you guys, my right ear is ringing. Thank you for the download, Spirit. I share to the ancestors, known unknown. So with this temperance energy, yeah, this person thought that they had self-control. They knew what they were doing. They were sure um, that this was what they want here. Um, and they went for it, but it ended up being a dead end. They didn't see that you brought this temperance as well. They didn't see that you brought harmony, you brought healing, patience, serenity, a calm nature and purpose about yourself here. Um, they didn't see it, at the time in the recent past. So they could have, took action towards something else that caught their attention here, and it ended up, causing an ending between the both of you. Um, I do feel like the result of that is the Eight of Swords, even more so, in the Eight of Wands. They were dancing with death, and didn't even realize they were dancing with death because it looked good. The appearance looked good on the outside, but on the inside, it was death. This person, whoever they were dealing with, was kind of sort of like them, lost, trying to figure themselves out. Clouded judgment. So they just don't know what to do. This is the result, the past of them, taking a risk towards, something that appeared to be beautiful and healing and balance has resulted in the Eight of Swords and Eight of Wands energy in the Seven of Cups, where they're in this mental and emotional conflict, just strong emotional conflict. This also could be wishful thinking, as well. Them having many options, not knowing, what is feasible. I get the energy this person is just hard to satisfy. They're very hard to satisfy. They're always on the prowl. Why is the Two of Wands out here in Taurus's energy, Spirit? Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. It's raining out here. So I see that since you close out this cycle with this person, you're committed to, you know, the seeds that you planted in the dark. With the Two of Wands, you planted those seeds in the dark. And so you're staying committed. I feel like you are nourishing the sprouts of those seeds you planted in the past, and things is starting to unfold for you. Yeah. You got the Tower here at the bottom of the deck, the Magician, and the Seven of Pentacles. So these sudden changes that you went through with this person in the past, you were able to manifest something beautiful that is going to sustain you, in the long term. So you invested in yourself here. Um, so this was like a tower, a blessing, and this tower was a blessing in disguise. You could have been dealing um, with the Aries, by the way, with this tower energy being out here, or a uh, Virgo or Gemini. So yeah, this actually pushed you into your best version of yourself. So you're in this energy of waiting for what the results are, the results of your laboring, the results of you putting into yourself. You're starting to see it slowly but surely manifest into your life, which is a beautiful thing. Why is the Eight of Swords out here? This person is looking for you. Again, you could be experiencing a lot of phone calls that is not anybody that you know, like they're not logged in or saved in your phone or whatnot, but you're seeing like a high amount of phone calls that's either unknown or um, you're not familiar with. So yeah, this person is definitely looking for you, but you cut this person off here. I'm looking at those eggs. It's like you're 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 keeping an eye on something, you're protecting it, and this something is definitely in alignment with your higher self. It's almost like it's cooking and you're waiting for it to, unleash in divine timing here. Wow. And whatever it is that is cooking, it's giving you some type of fulfillment or some type of sense of belonging or purpose here. And you're guarding it. And not only are you guarding it, I feel like the divine is guarding it too. Yeah, they're looking for you. Your boundaries is high here. The Seven of Swords energy is also here, and the Three of Wands energy is here. It's like this person is waiting for you to come back, but I don't like the fact that this Seven of Swords energy is out here. It's almost saying that they waiting for you to come back. They know that you don't trust them, and this is why you're guarded. So now it's like you didn't come back. You ain't called. You ain't said nothing. I'm about to start coming towards you. But what's fucking them up is, this person can't find some of you out there. Ace of Pentacles came out. This is an offer. This is some type of promotion in love, Um, this could be you being in the energy of love or aligning yourself in the energy of love, and it's calling in your divine counterpart. Um, some type of union is forming in your energy towards here. You could already be talking to this person, some of you. If you meet somebody recently, or you're about, or if you run into somebody, I feel like whoever this person you run into is definitely the one. That's what I feel. This is somebody you could grow with. This is your divine counterpart here. I do see, though, the past wants to resurface and talk and ask for judgment here and take things into a different direction. So, yeah. Why is the death or wise fox out here? So yeah, this ending was fated. It was actually a turning point in your life, Taurus, that brought about a significant, change, positive karma for you here. I feel like you needed to learn a lesson with the Wheel of Fortune and a Fox energy, as well as Temperance being out here from this person. Some people come into our life for a season and for a reason, but it's us that keeps them longer than they need to be, because our ego plays that role there here. So this season and the reason I feel is over. You learn it's over, you close out the cycle, but this was a blessing in disguise. You didn't see this here, but I'm starting to see that from your past, you are actually in this state of progress, in this state of purpose, in this state of, looking at the bigger picture here, and you're leveling up. This is the bigger picture. You're chasing after your passions. You are emotionally fulfilled, spiritually fulfilled. You feel like you are in this energy of belonging. You know, it's almost like, you were saving yourself for last with this hermit energy. You were in this energy of a spiritual journey. You were definitely in a spiritual journey. Wow, in this connection, and you didn't see none of this. It didn't make sense to you, and why this and why that. But I'm starting to feel like it's making sense to you now. Things are starting to be more clear here. It was all for a greater good. I've been learning that before your divine counterpart come into your life, there's going to be some type of karmic connection. A lot of you have closed out a cycle with a karmic, and all those lessons that you learned with the karmic, it taught you how to go within, how to heal, how to self love. Because the lesson that you learned with this person is, how am I going to teach somebody to love me when I don't even know how to love myself? So if I'm coming in a connection and I'm toxic and I'm, unbalanced, don't know what it is I want out of my life, I'm teaching that person that same thing about me, and they're going to treat me that way too. So a lot of you have learned the detriment of self love from this person alone. The moon is clarifying judgment in reverse. So I feel like this person you were dealing with is feeling like things isn't, it's not fair that you get to move on and be happy while they're stuck, mentally going through it and wanting to make a move but scared, while you are moving on with your life. This also could be karma too, with judgment being in the reverse. Um, you do have the moon here, you know. Give me more on this moon energy, spirit. Why is the moon out here? Thank you. Yeah, Five of Cups. They regret it. They regret it. They fear, you completely moved on. They fear that they won't ever see you again. Again, more illusion energy, you know. It's almost like this person thought that you're supposed to come back after, the repeated cycle of trauma bonding. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you're guarded. They thought that you were supposed to come back after they betrayed you. You set yourself free. They was positive you were going to come back. They was pretty sure you were going to come back. This time you didn't. You're standing your ground. Why is this innocence or the full energy out here? Aquarius energy. So the full is Neptune energy. I'm sorry, not Neptune, Uranus. This is I evolve. So you're evolving, these sudden changes caught somebody else off guard, but I feel you were ready for it. So when this shift took place, you shifted right along with it. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like as an overall energy, you may think about this person from time and time again. Um, but you set yourself free with the full being here. Enough is enough. You're standing in your power. You're at peace with the situation, I feel. And, this new beginning that you are in, I kind of feel like you feel a lot of bliss here. You taking a leap of faith here. I don't know. I just saw springtime. Like, I don't know why I just seen springtime butterflies, everything green. Um, Springtime might be significant for you. Um, some of you could be moving overseas around springtime. I don't know what that means for who that's for, but with the Four of Swords, you made your peace with this, and I feel like you setting yourself free is probably the best thing for you to do for yourself at this time when it comes to you and this person. So, with that said, Taurus, that's the reading. I hope that it resonates. If it did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.